Wahid al-Ashwa has never set foot in his homeland, but he holds on to his Palestinian identity. He was born in Lebanon. Over the decades, the 51-year-old has watched his fellow Palestinians fight Israeli occupation, at first with stones and now with long-range rockets. But he says the conflict now is a turning point in their struggle.
I won't say Israel because this is our land. So I say Palestinians living in villages occupied since 1948 played a critical role. The fact that they have now revolted will hurt the Israelis.
Generations of Palestinians have grown up in exile, descendants of many of those who left or were expelled during the 1948 Palestinian-Israeli War. Many have felt helpless and powerless as they've watched the deadliest violence in years in the occupied Palestinian territories. But at the same time, they feel the narrative is changing. Recent events have highlighted the underlying reasons behind the repeated cycles of unrest and violence, the fact that there is a people oppressed.
A lot has changed. The world is reacting. There is support for the Palestinians. People are seeing the injustices they endure. People know that there is an occupation force. They know we have a cause.
A cause that has not gone away. The latest violence was not confined to Gaza, and Palestinians in the West Bank, occupied Jerusalem, and across Israel mobilized.
A few months ago, when we visited this camp, the feeling among Palestinians was different. They had lost hope when some Arab countries signed normalization deals and established ties with Israel. The Trump administration called it the dawn of a new Middle East.
They now tell us the Palestinians who are resisting are showing the world those accords won't bring peace to Israel.
Palestinians are not relying on rulers, but the people who are filling the squares, from the United States to Arab countries to Europe carrying the Palestinian flag.
We will remain steadfast. Our people will never accept to be besieged or humiliated. Exile is ours.
The attack on the Aqsa Mosque and attempts to drive more Palestinians from their homes in Jerusalem triggered the latest round of violence. But the policy of expulsions dates back to 1948. Abu Muhammad, who is older than the State of Israel, is living proof. Zeina, Khodr, Jazeera, Beirut.